Hello, everyone. Welcome back to FluentCast Studio. Oh, I'm so glad you're here with us today. Whether you're listening on your morning walk, on the bus, or just relaxing at home, we're really happy to have you.
Hey there, welcome. How's everyone doing today? I hope you're having a fantastic day so far. I'm in a really good mood today because we've got such a useful topic to talk about.
You know, before we jump in, I have to tell you something funny. Last week, my neighbor caught me talking to myself in English while I was cooking dinner. She knocked on my door and asked, "Are you okay? Who are you talking to?" And I said, "Just myself." She looked at me like I was completely crazy.
That's perfect, actually, because that connects exactly to what we're talking about today. Today's topic is how to practice speaking alone. That's right, no partner needed, no classmate, no tutor, no conversation buddy, just you, yourself, and 10 minutes a day.
And by the end of this episode, you're going to have at least 5 powerful techniques you can start using today to practice speaking English on your own. You'll know exactly what to do, how to do it, and when to do it. These are techniques that actually work, and you don't need to spend any money on them.
So here's a question for you right now. How do you currently practice speaking English? Do you have a partner, or do you mostly practice alone? Tell us in the comments. We'd love to hear what you're already doing.
And hey, if you haven't already, please hit that like button and subscribe to FluentCast Studio. We make episodes like this every week to help you improve your English naturally and confidently. Don't miss out.
All right, so let's get into it. This is going to be a really practical episode, so get ready to take some mental notes, or real notes, even better. Let's go.
Okay, so let's start with the most basic and honestly, the most powerful solo speaking technique out there. It's called self-narration, and it's exactly what it sounds like. You narrate your own life out loud in English as you go about your day.
Think of it like being the narrator of your own movie. You're just describing what you're doing, what you see, and what you're thinking. Let me give you some examples. You wake up in the morning and you say, "Okay, I'm getting out of bed now. It's a bit cold today. I'm going to make some coffee first." See? Simple sentences about your real life.
Exactly. And here's another one. You're in the kitchen and you say, "I'm opening the fridge. I think I'll have eggs for breakfast. I need to buy more milk later." It's your life, your words, your pace. Nobody's judging you. Nobody's correcting you. You're just getting comfortable moving your mouth and forming English sentences.
Here's one more. You're getting ready to leave the house. "I'm putting on my jacket. Where are my keys? Oh, there they are. I don't want to be late today." See how natural that sounds? You're not studying grammar rules. You're just living your life in English.
And I actually do this myself, you know. When I'm making dinner, I describe everything. "I'm chopping the onions now. Oh, these onions are making me cry. Next, I'm going to add some garlic." It feels silly at first, but after a few days, it becomes so natural. Your brain starts thinking in English automatically.
Now here's a question for you, our listener. Can you try this right now? Look around wherever you are and describe 3 things you see. Say it out loud. For example, "I see a blue cup on the table. There is a window behind my computer. My phone is next to me." Go ahead, try it. Pause us if you need to.
And here's the great thing about self-narration. You can also practice negative forms super easily. Instead of just saying what you're doing, say what you're not doing. "I'm not going to the gym today. I don't feel like cooking tonight. I can't find my umbrella." This helps you practice different sentence structures without even trying.
Can you make 3 negative sentences right now about your day? What are 3 things you're not doing today? Say them out loud. And if you want, write one of them in the comments below.
The key with self-narration is to keep it simple. Don't try to use complicated words. Use the vocabulary you already know. The goal is fluency, not perfection. You want your mouth to get used to producing English sounds and sentences smoothly.
So let's do a quick recap of this first technique. Self-narration means talking through your daily activities in English. Describe what you're doing, what you see, and what you're thinking. Use simple sentences. Practice positive and negative forms, and do it every single day, even if it's just for 2 or 3 minutes. That's technique number 1, and it's incredibly effective.
All right, now let's build on that and talk about our second technique. And this one is called shadowing, and it's one of the most popular methods that language learners use all over the world. If self-narration is about creating your own sentences, shadowing is about copying someone else's sentences.
Right, so here's how it works. You listen to someone speaking English, maybe a podcast, a YouTube video, or even a scene from a TV show, and you repeat exactly what they say right after they say it. You're like their shadow. You follow their words, their rhythm, their pronunciation, everything.
Let me give you a real-life example of how this works. Let's say you're watching a cooking video, and the person says, first, you need to preheat the oven to 350 degrees. You pause, or you just repeat right after them. First, you need to preheat the oven to 350 degrees. You copy their speed, their intonation, their stress on certain words.
Let's practice this right now, actually. I'll say a sentence and you repeat it out loud. Ready? I've been thinking about changing my schedule. Did you say it? Try again. I've been thinking about changing my schedule. Good.
Oh, that's a great one. Now here's a real-life situation where shadowing helps. Imagine you have a job interview coming up. You can find YouTube videos of mock interviews and shadow the answers. My greatest strength is my ability to work well under pressure. You repeat that 10 times and suddenly it's in your muscle memory. When you need it, it comes out naturally.
Now let's compare formal and informal shadowing materials. If you shadow a news anchor, you'll pick up formal English, something like, the government announced a new policy regarding trade regulations. But if you shadow a sitcom character, you'll pick up casual English like, dude, I totally forgot about that. My bad. Both are useful, but for different situations.
Here's a quick practice activity for you. I want you to find one short video in English today, just 1 or 2 minutes long, then follow these steps. First, listen to it once without pausing, just to understand the general meaning. Second, play it again and repeat each sentence out loud, pausing if you need to. Third, play it one more time and try to speak along with the speaker at the same time, like a shadow.
That 3-step process is so powerful. And here's a tip. Don't worry about understanding every single word. The goal with shadowing is to train your mouth, your tongue, and your ears. Understanding comes with time.
Write in the comments what you're going to shadow today. A podcast, a TV show, a YouTube video. Tell us. We'd love to know what materials you're using.
All right, so let's review this section. Shadowing means repeating what a native speaker says right after they say it. You copy their words, rhythm, and pronunciation. You can shadow formal or informal content depending on your goals. And the 3-step method is listen, repeat with pauses, then speak along simultaneously. That's technique number 2.
All right, let's move on to our third big technique. And honestly, this one might be the most fun. It's role-playing conversations by yourself and recording them. I know. It sounds a little weird at first, but trust me, this is incredibly effective.
So here's how it works. You imagine a real-life situation, like ordering food at a restaurant, asking for directions, or making a phone call to schedule an appointment. Then you play both roles. You are the customer and the waiter. You are the tourist and the local. You have the whole conversation with yourself.
Let me show you what this looks like. Let's say you're practicing ordering coffee. You say, "Hi, can I get a medium latte, please?" Then you switch roles and respond, "Sure, would you like that hot or iced?" Then you switch back, "Hot, please, and can I add an extra shot of espresso?" See? You're practicing a complete, realistic conversation.
Here's another example with more detail. Imagine you're calling to make a doctor's appointment. Hello, I'd like to make an appointment, please. Then as the receptionist, of course, what day works best for you? Then back to yourself, I'm free on Thursday afternoon. Do you have anything available? You're practicing vocabulary, politeness, and natural flow all at once.
And here's my tip for making this feel natural and polite. Always include courtesy phrases in your role plays. Things like, "Excuse me, I was wondering if," "Would you mind?" and "Thank you so much." These phrases make you sound friendly and respectful, and they'll come out automatically in real conversations if you practice them enough.
Now here's the recording part, and this is really important. Use your phone to record yourself during these role plays, then listen back. I know it feels uncomfortable to hear your own voice. Believe me, I don't love it either. But when you listen back, you notice things you'd never catch in the moment. Maybe you paused too long in one spot. Maybe you pronounced a word differently than you thought. It's like being your own teacher.
Exactly. And when you listen back, don't focus on mistakes only. Notice what you did well, too. Did you use a new word correctly? Did you sound more natural than last time? Celebrate those wins.
Here are some role-play scenarios you can try today. Ordering food at a restaurant, returning an item at a store, introducing yourself at a party, asking a coworker about their weekend, explaining a problem to a landlord. Pick one and try it right now. Say both parts out loud.
Can you try one of those scenarios right now? Just pick one and do a mini role play for 30 seconds. Don't think too much, just start talking. Remember, the goal isn't to be perfect. The goal is to get comfortable speaking without freezing up.
And speak out loud, okay? I know some of you are just reading along or thinking the sentences in your head. That doesn't count. Your mouth needs the practice. Your tongue needs the workout. Speaking English is a physical skill, like playing a sport. You have to actually do it to get better.
That's such a great point. Think of it this way. You can't learn to swim by reading a book about swimming. You have to get in the water. Same with speaking English. You have to open your mouth and practice.
All right, let's review technique number 3. Create imaginary conversations based on real-life situations. Play both roles yourself. Record yourself on your phone, listen back and notice both strengths and areas to improve. Include polite phrases to sound more natural. And most importantly, always speak out loud. That's the structure of a great solo role-play session.
Okay, now let's talk about some common mistakes that people make when they try to practice speaking alone. And honestly, I've made every single one of these mistakes myself, so don't feel bad if you recognize yourself here.
Oh, me too. These are so common, and the good news is they're really easy to fix once you know about them.
Mistake number 1, trying to practice for too long. A lot of learners think, I'm going to speak English for 1 hour today, and then they burn out after 15 minutes and don't practice again for a week. That's not effective. The incorrect approach is practicing for 60 minutes once a week. The correct approach is practicing for 10 minutes every single day. Consistency beats intensity every time.
That's so true. Think of it like exercise. 10 minutes of walking every day is way better than running for 2 hours once a month. Your brain needs regular, short practice sessions to build strong habits.
Mistake number 2, only practicing in your head, not out loud. I used to do this all the time. I'd think English sentences in my mind and feel like I was practicing. But here's why that's wrong. Thinking and speaking use different skills. When you think in English, you don't practice pronunciation, mouth movement, or real-time fluency. You have to hear your own voice producing the sounds.
Right. The incorrect way is silently thinking, I would like a cup of coffee. The correct way is actually opening your mouth and saying it. I would like a cup of coffee. Can you feel the difference? Try both right now and notice how different they are.
Mistake number 3, stopping every time you make an error. Some learners say one sentence, notice a grammar mistake, stop, start over, notice another mistake, stop again. This kills your fluency. In real conversations, native speakers make mistakes all the time, and they just keep going. The goal of solo practice is to build flow, not perfection.
So instead of stopping, just keep talking. If you say something wrong, correct it quickly and move on. I went to the store yesterday. That self-correction is actually a great sign of progress. Try practicing a 1-minute monologue right now without stopping, even if you make errors.
And mistake number 4, this is a funny one, only practicing serious topics. Some learners only practice things like, the economic situation is very concerning. But in real life, most conversations are casual and fun. Practice talking about your favorite show, your pet, what you ate for lunch, why you love rainy days. Make it enjoyable, and you'll want to do it more often.
That's such a great point. Practice should be fun, not homework. And remember, every single fluent speaker you admire made thousands of mistakes along the way. Mistakes don't mean you're failing. They mean you're learning. Keep going, keep talking, and keep having fun with it. You're doing amazing.
All right, now it's time for a little practice exercise. I'm going to give you some situations, and for each one, I'll give you 2 options. You tell us which is the better approach for solo practice. Say your answer out loud.
Let's do this. This is going to be fun.
Situation 1. You have 10 free minutes in the morning. Option A, you read an English article silently. Option B, you narrate your morning routine out loud in English. Which one is better?
If you said option B, you're absolutely right. Reading silently is great for vocabulary, but for speaking practice, you need to use your voice. Narrating your morning out loud is perfect solo speaking practice.
Situation 2. You're watching a TV show in English. Option A, you turn on subtitles and read along quietly. Option B, you pause after each line and repeat what the character said out loud. Which one?
Option B is the winner. That's shadowing in action. You can still use subtitles to help you, but the key is repeating out loud. Try different tones, too. Casual, excited, serious. Match the character's energy.
Situation 3. You want to prepare for a real conversation, like a job interview. Option A, you memorize a script word for word. Option B, you role-play the interview multiple times, answering slightly differently each time. Which approach builds real fluency?
Option B, definitely. Memorizing scripts makes you sound robotic, and if you forget one word, you freeze. Role-playing with variations trains your brain to be flexible and respond naturally, just like in a real conversation.
Situation 4. You made a mistake during your solo practice and said, I have went, instead of I have gone. Option A, you stop practicing and look up the grammar rule. Option B, you quickly correct yourself, I have gone, and keep talking. Which is better during practice time?
Option B. During your speaking practice, keep the flow going. You can always review grammar rules later. The speaking practice time is for building fluency and confidence. Quick self-correction and moving on is exactly what fluent speakers do.
Great job, everyone. Now it's time for a little challenge for you. I want you to create your own 10-minute practice routine using the techniques we talked about today. Maybe 3 minutes of self-narration, 4 minutes of shadowing, and 3 minutes of role play. Write your routine in the comments. We'd love to see your plans.
And remember, it doesn't matter if your practice is messy or imperfect. What matters is that you're speaking out loud every day and building that confidence. Real conversation is never perfect anyway, so don't aim for perfection. Aim for progress.
Wow, we covered so much today. I'm really excited because these are techniques that can genuinely change your English speaking ability if you stick with them. And the best part, you can start right now, today, with zero cost and zero equipment. Well, maybe just your phone for recording.
Let's quickly go over the 3 main techniques we learned today. Number 1, self-narration, where you describe your daily life out loud in English. Number 2, shadowing, where you listen to English speakers and repeat exactly what they say. And number 3, role play and record, where you create imaginary conversations and listen back to yourself. 3 powerful tools, all completely free, all doable in just 10 minutes a day.
You know what? I'm really proud of all of you for being here and investing this time in your English. Learning a language isn't easy, and the fact that you're showing up, listening, and putting in the effort says so much about your dedication. You're going to get there. I truly believe that.
Here's something I want you to think about. What if you practice speaking for just 10 minutes every day for the next 30 days? That's only 5 hours total, but I promise you'll notice a real difference in how comfortable and confident you feel. So here's my question for you. Which technique are you going to try first? Tell us in the comments.
And before we go, please don't forget to like this episode if it helped you, share it with a friend who's also learning English, and subscribe to FluentCast Studio so you never miss a new lesson. We put out new episodes every week, and we've got so many more great topics coming for you. Leave a comment, too. We read every single one, and it really makes our day.
Thank you all so much for spending this time with us today. You're not alone in this journey, even when you're practicing alone. We're right here with you, cheering you on every step of the way. Keep talking, keep practicing, and keep being awesome. We'll see you next time.